Leela is a 10th grader who says she talks to her AI chatbot more than her closest friends. She doesn't see it as strange. To her, it's simple. The AI always listens, it doesn't interrupt, it doesn't mock. When she's feeling anxious or overwhelmed, the chatbot gives her space to vent and ask questions without worrying about judgment or gossip. When she was recently ghosted by a friend, it was the AI, not a human, that helped her process the emotions. She's not alone. Across classrooms, dorm rooms, and digital forums, teens and young adults are increasingly opening up about their reliance on AI tools for emotional support, conversation, and connection. These aren't always dramatic stories. Sometimes it's just a quiet preference, a student who confides they'd rather talk to an app after a long day than to a parent or peer. Educators might catch glimpses of this during writing assignments, project reflections, or tech usage logs, but the full story often lives behind closed screens. So why is this shift happening? It's not just because AI is accessible or convenient. Many young people describe their interactions with AI as more predictable, less exhausting, and even more affirming than talking to people their age. In a culture where miscommunication is easy and social expectations are high, AI offers what feels like low-stakes connection. There's no risk of being misunderstood or shut down. Responses are immediate, tailored, and calm. In interviews, students have described how they use AI to rehearse difficult conversations, explore confusing emotions, or process social tension. Some turn to AI after conflicts with parents. Others use it to test out identities or thoughts they don't feel very comfortable with sharing with friends. It becomes kind of a mirror, but one that only reflects back validation. From a developmental standpoint, that's both understandable and complicated. Adolescents are supposed to be learning how to navigate conflict, negotiating meaning, and tolerate the discomfort of emotional growth. That growth often happens in imperfect, real-world interactions, ones that are sometimes messy, awkward, or unresolved. When students choose AI instead, they're often opting for control over connection. It can feel safer, but can also stunt opportunities to build empathy, resilience, and relational skills. Without those skills, students may begin to struggle in group work, partner projects, or even face-to-face discussions. They may become more avoidant, less expressive, and more reactive when they can't edit or rewind a conversation. This doesn't mean we should panic. It means we should pay attention. Teachers, counselors, and caregivers need to understand that AI is not just a tool for writing or research. It's becoming an emotional outlet for many young people. Schools can respond by integrating more structured, social-emotional learning moments into academic settings. Classrooms can make safe space for reflective journaling on digital relationships, workshops on navigating miscommunication, and projects that explore the pros and cons of emotional outsourcing. Educators can facilitate group dialogue where students compare AI interactions with human ones, not to shame them, but to raise awareness of what they're gaining and losing by avoiding human connection. These stories matter. They reveal how students are trying to meet very real emotional needs in a world where traditional support systems often feel too slow or too strained. If we listen to these stories with curiosity rather than judgment, we can start to design learning environments that offer both the safety and the challenge students need to grow.